Yo, it's Cass and Chris. We got you in the mix. Yeah. We say goodbye to the gloominess and the rain. Bright-eyed pupils when we peep the waves. Until we get sipping our local IPA. Welcome to the city built for leisure and play.
Cause we're living. Welcome back. Another edition of the Livin in San Diego podcast. I'm your host, Chris Erickson. We got Mr. Cassidy Lewis on the ones and twos over there. And this is episode 272. We got a hot one today. As always, stay tuned for the end because we got our story of the week. They're always fun.
Yeah.
The last one we dropped was about the 1994 San Diego Chargers run. People still loving the Crows or hating it. A little bit of each way. We actually do have a quick little story from last week. So if you guys follow us over on Instagram, not only do we post podcast clips, but we also post stuff happening around town, news stories, et cetera, et cetera. So at Livin in San Diego. But last week we posted something about a new place coming to Encinitas. And it was over in kind of by the beer garden, right? And somebody at Bermuda Club brought it up of, hey, anybody know about this? So I did a little research, found it online. There was a little bit of intel on Instagram. So I took some clips from there and threw up the post. I was like, cool, whatever. Just something happened in Encinitas, should get a few views. People dig it, something new. People always love that. As of now, we got a ton of views. I don't know, it just kind of kept going and going. But not only that, yeah, we get some, we get a little bit of what's it called? Whatever people see in our faces. But we also helped out the business. So
nice.
I got a text from my buddy. I've heard it from a few people that, they saw this. Then their friends reposted it. One of my wife's friends reposted it, like not knowing really who I am. Mm-hmm. Just reposted. She showed me. On
accident. Yeah.
Yeah. No, she's just like, I met the guy, but he, a lot of people would just be like, yeah, I don't know who this guy is a lot of people don't put the real life person with what they see online or like on Instagram. You're like, oh, cool, something happening. But I've had it a few times where they're like, oh, and people like I know, they're like, that was you, Chris. I was like, yeah, I know. Okay, but the guy said he was having breakfast with his friend John Reeks, who is the owner of F1. He's stoked that you plugged his F1 business. He said, you nailed it. He had 0 signups for his email before your post, and stuff started coming in. He's like, what the heck's going on? So anyways, like people saw it, they got there. I believe he's open. He posted back. I think they're shooting for May 2026.
Nice.
So anyways, cool little shout out. But if you guys have local businesses, we're not charging anything. It's just for fun, right? Yeah. So hit us up. We like to know, new things coming along. And we do have our new email address. Hey, at Livin in San Diego, LIVIN. Hey, at Livin in San Diego. So like Cassie said, my phone used to say that every time that we got a text. Hey, hey. But anyways, cool. So anyways, just giving ourselves a shout out, but a few other things happening around town. We got new to do and I do. We have a question for Cassie, a little bit of sports update here. And then, like I said, our San Diego story of the week. So new to do and a do. It's a little bit of an update from last week's new to do and a do. So we have a little bit of update on that. Let me see if I could sneeze here. Hold on.
Nope, you can't. Bless you.
I can't. Oh man, I hate when I miss that. But yeah, to do has something one of our favorite brewer spots around here, and then I do. It's kind of like a theme, but you might know the spot that we're bringing up that we're saying goodbye to. But it's happening to a few other places that are very similar to that around town. So, without further ado, let's get into it. So we give the new email. Like I said, go follow us on Instagram. This is sponsored by our Livin in San Diego real estate crew. But to start this off, I don't usually do this, but I'm going to read a poem.
Nice. Did you write it?
No. It's actually, you've probably seen it. It's from a Honda commercial. Have you seen it?
Probably.
Okay, it's called the it's called either The Unstoppable Dreams or Unstoppable Dreams. I don't know exactly which one. Let me see. Make sure
Is it the one that goes backwards and forwards and the backwards?
Maybe.
Yep.
But it's super cool. So it was on one of the main maybe MLB playoffs or not Super Bowl, but like last year. But anyways, here you go. It's a very cool poem. And I thought like somebody like a poet wrote it. I mean, they probably had some involvement, but it was like a marketing company that did it. So
For sure.
all right, let's lead it off here. Start your day right? You won't remember my name. This is the last time you will see me at the top. My doubts will destroy my dreams. The more I seem to learn, the more I seem to lose. I want to carry on, but not today. This is the point I give up. But not today. I want to carry on. The more I seem to lose, the more I seem to learn. My dreams will destroy my doubts. You will see me on the top. This is the last time that you won't remember my name.
I love it.
Such a good poem,
Yeah,
right?
that's
Even though
right.
it's just a Honda commercial. It's not sponsored by Honda today, but I don't know. I saw it again recently over something. I don't know. They were playing it again, but I was like, dude, that is so creative, and it's just a fun little,
Uplifting.
like very, I just dig that kind of stuff. So
Yeah, it was cool. I've seen it 100 times. As soon as you said it, I'm like, I first of all didn't realize it was a Honda commercial because it could be like
that's what I figured.
anything,
They
really.
took it from somewhere else prior, but from what I could find, it was like GTA marketing or something like that, or RTA. I forget what it was, but anyways, they marketed it, came up with the plan. I think it was 2024, so it's a few years old now. But obviously we're talking about it, so they nailed it.
Motivational Wednesday.
Motivational
Right
Wednesdays. Here we go. Yeah, coming to you live from the Bermuda Club studios. But the poem, it was original. If you watch the commercial, do you know who actually read it?
No.
You're gonna be like, oh yeah, okay, John Cena.
Oh,
he was
wow.
the voice behind it.
Oh, that makes sense.
Yeah, I wouldn't know it unless I read that little article.
He's a motivational and uplifting dude.
Is he?
Yeah, I think so.
He's funny.
Oh, he's great. I love him in what's the DC show he does?
Yeah.
No, I can't remember what it's called.
I could see his face.
I know, me too.
You guys know
It's
what
gonna
it
kill
is.
me.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's not Shazam, but it's something like that.
Let's find it.
Yeah,
Cassie's
I'm
going to find it real quick. All right. And then as you're finding that, do you want to hop into your weekend?
Yeah, for sure. Peacemaker.
Peacemaker.
It's so good.
It's funny.
Yeah, my weekend was fun. We had a bunch of sports on Saturday. First off, baseball in the morning. We smashed a team. It was fun.
Nice.
It's good to not have a close game.
That's what we're hoping for.
the nerves.
Like we haven't had one of those in softball yet. Those are always.
No, we've had nail biters, like where we've had to get like 3 outs in the last inning.
Yeah.
Yeah, we haven't had an easy. Well, this week's was super easy.
Yeah.
They forfeited.
Unfortunately.
So, I know, so brutal.
Wives, if you're hearing this, they didn't forfeit. We still had a game at
That's right.
7:30 to 9:30 on Thursday night.
I know. The only saving grace from that is I get to go to Cam's first soccer practice with his new coach tonight instead. So tomorrow night. So
There we go.
But anyway, the Saturday we had baseball at Olga Norte, super fun, and then we went to they had a dine out for LCYO at Shake Shack. Ran into our brother and sister-in-law and nephews
Nice.
on accident. It was
I was
fun.
gonna say not
Yeah,
they
on
weren't
purpose,
coming
not
to
planned.
support.
They were there to support, but
Okay.
we didn't know each other were going, but it was fun. And then we went up to Temecula for Cam's State Cup game. Insane game, probably one of Cam's best ever. Unlucky, a couple like penalties, quote unquote, in the box for 2 PKs. Cam stopped one of them.
Nice.
I posted that video up. I never film, and I just had a good feeling about it and filmed it. He made an insane save, and then I didn't film the second one. So I probably should have. Maybe would have got that one. But then it went to PKs. It was back and forth, tied 3-3. They came back. Cam's team came back and tied at 3-3 with no time left. It had already gone past 35 minutes, and PKs are brutal. As a parent of the keeper,
Yeah.
it is maybe the worst thing to watch.
It's
Especially when you lose, because the keeper is all alone. All of the other guys are together and crying and hugging each other, and Cam's slowly walking back. It is so painful. But the other team only had to kick 4 of them. Cam's team missed 3 shots. So
who are they? San Diego FC here?
yeah, it was crazy.
Isn't that who lost?
Yeah.
Didn't we miss a bunch at the end of the season?
Yeah. It was it's a tough way to lose, but it's soccer. It's a bummer, but
Yeah.
um,
How much further can they go? I mean, they only had.
they would have finished this Sunday.
Okay.
This Sunday would have been championship, and it would have been tough. I mean, if they won Saturday, they would have played Sunday. But I mean, you never know. You start to get into harder and harder competition. But yeah, it was a bummer to see the season end, but now we're on to the next, which is cool. And so that was pretty much our weekend. We had a baseball game on Sunday, got smashed, but other than that, it was fun, nice and relaxing.
Got smashed or smashed?
Yeah, got smashed.
Okay.
Yeah, team hit like crazy.
Yeah,
like points. So points at a field 3, which is the same size as 2. They had a kid hit one to the warning track and hit one to the fence. I thought it was over. 13-year-olds do that, so that was pretty insane.
Wow.
Yeah.
Nice shot.
Yeah. But yeah, it was good. And then yesterday was Cam's birthday to extend into the week. Turned 13 yesterday, which is wild.
Yeah. Do we have a drop for that?
I don't think so.
Hey, like a cheer?
Maybe.
Yeah, let's see what we got. Do your sound effects. You
Oh,
love
no, I
them.
need to see the chimes. No, trombone. Oh, that's a good one for Cam, though.
Yeah.
Oh, applause. Nope, but I got to turn it back up.
There we
go. Yeah, so we kind of had well, I don't know if I'm supposed to say that on here. He played hooky.
Okay.
And we had some fun. We
Allegedly.
went to breakfast. That's right, allegedly. Went to a fun breakfast at Mariah's, which is always delicious. Went to Boomers, which was fun.
Vista.
And then Vista. Got some mini golf in. They did the go-karts.
San Diego is lacking in mini golf courses.
Agreed.
You figure there should be, like, each city should have one.
Yeah, I agree. In Florida, it's like every third block. It's insane. They're
Should
everywhere.
be like that here.
Yeah.
Why is there's Boomers, there's Pellies. That's it.
I think that's all I can think of. Yeah. It just seems like such a easy, maybe it's expensive real estate.
Well,
Hard
especially
to-
now, like you could probably make something like a big warehouse. Here's my idea: a warehouse with like a modular mini golf course, so you can move it every few weeks or whatever. Kid and adult friendly. Obviously, later in the night you have adults. You kind of make it like 21 and up or whatever. So it's just adults. You don't have like teenagers or any of that kind of stuff. During the day, kids, parties, all that.
Yeah.
You have food. It's like indoors, so you're never rained out or anything.
Yeah.
You could have a few different courses. You could just get one of these big warehouses, right? That the breweries are out of. And
the holes don't have to be huge either. That's the thing that's kind of crazy is when we were in Vegas, we did that one. It was only 9 holes, I think, but it was tiny. Like they're short, but they're interesting, and they have
just
like
have
moving
some fun
parts and
stuff going. Yeah, just make it fun.
Yeah.
So, all right, anybody take that idea? Hit me up.
If Chris will be your partner in designing said mini golf course.
Yeah, it's got to be a way to like, okay, every month it switches.
Yeah.
You just move, have one night, whatever, the crew comes in, shuts down, kind of like when they're converting Petco to a concert or whatever.
Yep.
Or Qualcomm, however they used to do that. So,
Yeah.
all right.
And then baseball practice and BJ's for dinner. So it was fun.
Where's BJ's?
Carlsbad, right across from the company stores, outlet mall.
Oh, yeah. Got it.
So, yeah, it was tasty as always. And yeah, it was great.
Very
Super fun day
nice.
celebrating our now teenager, which is wild, crazy.
Gonna have to kick him out soon.
Never.
When did you move out of your house?
I mean, for college, so 17.
Yeah. Yeah, I think I was 19. So I didn't go. I mean, I went to Palomar for a bit, but then actually moved out within San Marcos as well. But
And I moved back in for like a month, I think, at some point. But then Chelsea and I moved in together. That was like so I went from San Francisco
Living in
to
sin.
living in Carlsbad. Yeah, that's right. To living in Carlsbad for 2 years, back up to the Bay for 1, and then our house. So,
all right.
Yep.
Nice. All right, my weekend. Remodel update real quick. We're getting there. We're still living at a rental house.
You have to
through every
switch, or
day.
are they going to let you stay for a couple
They're
extra
gonna let
days?
us stay. It's like a house that it's not near the coast.
Yeah.
It's not summer season.
Nice.
I think they just have it and they probably use it if they want, and then probably just throw it on wherever, Airbnb, and if they want to. If somebody's like hits them up, rent it out for stuff like this probably.
Yeah.
But
It's a good thing to have in your
like,
back pocket.
Hey, can we extend it? They're like, yeah, sure. Okay. We're not coming. Whatever. Super easy. But hopefully we're back this weekend. That is the goal. But
at what point do you start going there and like just start tinkering and doing things to try to get
I'm there every day.
Okay.
But I'm just checking. And I'm very non-emotional in that front. So I'm like, see all the guys there. I'm cool, looks good. Yeah, whatever. Like check in, make sure I have to get a few things. There's so many stupid little choices you have to make. Door handle that actually add up in cost. Door handles and little hinges and baseboard and other trim and color and sheens and vanities. And you're just like,
that never stops.
This is ridiculous.
Yeah.
But it's looking good. And, so I'm just like, every time we're texting back and forth with the contract or whatever, it's like, he's like, it's looking good, right? I was like, yeah, it's looking good. Yeah. Like what, like he wants like feedback because I'm not like walking like, oh, this is
amazing.
Gorgeous. I mean, it is, it's really, but that's not my personality. So they're looking for a little feedback every time. So I got to work on that. Right. But it's looking good.
Do you know Amazon's good for some of that stuff?
What? Feedback?
No, not feedback. No, just the pics. I think we got a lot of our plumbing fixtures and like our sink in our kitchen and cabinet hardware and door hardware and stuff, all from Amazon.
All right. I'll have to look.
Yeah. I know they have vanities because we were talking about doing our downstairs one when we remodeled, but we didn't end up doing that. But you probably don't want to wait for it anymore. So that's part of it too.
I think we're going to get in and then have no vanities for a few weeks.
Oh, okay.
Not a few weeks, but just kind of make sure it's like, make sure this color matches with this color and then spend 3 days trying to figure it out and then put it in and never think about it again. You're like,
yeah,
whatever. Who cares? But that's what we're doing. And then there's going to be a bunch of little stuff. Got to get like the turf cleaned. Got to have Glass Guru come out, do some little bit of new screens. They're just nonstop. But it's fun. I'm excited. It's going to be clean. Most excited about like a clean house from like a 1978 house. Not original floors. I mean, there's been stuff that's been done, but definitely original like wall textures and this and that. And now it's new. It's going to smell like good. It's going to be clean for a little bit, I guess. But
it's going to be new rules.
New rules, yeah. Light, bright. But anyways, if you guys are thinking about remodeling, think twice. Especially mine's not even like kitchens, and they're flying. I mean, we're probably 3 weeks in, something like that. Maybe 3.5 weeks in. But for like a full, besides the kitchen, everything else being done, it's pretty quick job. So anywho, stoked on them. Excited to get back home. I like our vacation home, but I also like being at home. So second up, got a little surf session in with Eddie this weekend, which was awesome. Waves are like a foot. We went to we tried to go down there, even though we mentioned it on the show last week, Camp Shred. That's exactly where we were trying to go surf. He hit me up. He's like, hey, let's go. You want to go surf? Yeah, let's do this. Okay. I don't know what I was doing, something in the morning. Oh, I had to run to Lowe's. That's part of the reason I don't get stuff on Amazon as much. I like to go to the stores and kind of wander around Home Depot, wander around Lowe's, check out all the stuff. Probably should take about 10 minutes. Takes about 35, 40 minutes. Check it. Oh yeah, cool. I got this idea. I don't know. I like that. The wife, it's overwhelming for her. But for me, I like Home Depot. Anywho, hit me up. Okay, let's go go surf in Cardiff, Pipes, somewhere down there. As we come around, there's just traffic all the way up San Alejo. You look out the campgrounds. It's all set up. I was like, oh shoot, I totally forgot that that was going on this weekend.
Yeah.
He's like, I know. I was texting with a buddy who was going there today too. I totally forgot about it. So ended up going to Seaside. And you familiar with Seaside, and the wave breaks out a little further?
Yeah.
Like that middle, there's like a little middle peak that it's pretty much fool's gold. Cause that's what Eddie said too. We started going off a little to the north. I mean, it's tiny. It was like 1 foot blown out, whatever. We had our longboards, just kind of get out there, swim around a little bit. But a few of them I watched and I was like, I think we could make that out there because it would break, crumble. We had long enough boards where I think we could make the middle section. And went out there and just sat out there for 40 minutes.
Looked good. It looked good, but there was nothing out there.
You had to go even further out. There was one guy sitting out there. He got on, pumped for 3 times, jumped off right in front of me. He's like, well, that was a lot of effort. So then went inside and just messed around for the next 25 minutes or whatever. And then hit up Tower 13. I think it's my only second time being at Tower 13 to grab a beer, but
Nice.
which is like, I mean, it's cool. It's nearly right on the beach. It's right there. Beautiful day out. It wasn't even that packed. It was awesome. So
Sweet.
got a little surfing in. Third thing, so we were up at futsal and I need to get my 10,000 steps in, right? So now instead of watching or whatever, drop the boys off at practice or wherever they are and like do my laps and hit up my 10,000 steps. And like I said, we talked about last week, it takes a lot more time. Like probably 2 nights this week, I'm 8:30 and like I'm walking around the house or hopping on the treadmill or like trying to get stuff done. One of our meetings this week, I was on the treadmill, getting my steps in during that. So it was good, get moving. But so I took my steps. I'm going through your neck in the woods and I meet just randomly walking on the sidewalk and there's a little family coming towards me. And the guy goes, "Hey, I love your YouTube channel." I was like, "Listen, hey, how's it going, man?" Talked to him. I was like, "What's up? What's your name?" Joseph. So shout out to Joseph.
Nice.
His family was cruising around. I don't know, going to dinner or something down there. But it was, I had the Livin in San Diego sweatshirt. He's like, "Love the channel, keeping an eye on you guys." I was like, "Oh, you see Cassie around here?" He's like, "Yeah, I think you guys all go to the same school maybe." And
Okay.
he like sees you there, whatever. Like just, it's not one of your buddies anyway. So,
yeah.
but it was cool. It was just like, the love's out there, the word's out there. So I thought it was cool. So shout out to him.
Right.
Wanted to say what's up to Joseph. I don't know if he listens to podcasts, but I know he watches the real estate YouTube channel. I don't know which one. We got a handful of them out there. So anywho, good stuff. All right, let's get into a little bit of sports. So first off, World Baseball Classic. Give us the wrap up, Cassidy.
Well, it's wrapping up today.
I just saw, well, not the full wrap up, but Team USA. I saw a clip yesterday or this morning of them being down 8-0 to Italy on a pass ball.
Yeah, it was brutal. Like it was, I missed the first 3 runs. The Italians scored, kind of Italian. Let's quote unquote the Italians because Michael Lorenzen, I would be shocked if he's been to Italy.
Yeah. Do we know how they is it you just get to pick where you want to go, or you have heritage there, or
I think
your last name?
Yeah. Or you've had a slice of pizza before. I don't know. It's really tough. I mean, I remember when Mike Piazza played for Italy in the first World Baseball Classic. I'm like, really? Because your name is Italian. And,
Yeah.
But yeah, I think it's if you have any heritage. So like, I listened to an interview with Tristan Beck, who's on the Giants, like in the bullpen. He's playing for Great Britain right now, but his mom actually was born in Great Britain. His grandpa still lives there. Like,
see, that's one degree of separation. Yeah, that works.
But I think like some of these guys, like their last name's just Italian, and so vis-a-vis, I'd play for Italy
like
because the U.S. didn't want us. We're playing for Italy. Like that's the crazy part. But they do also have a lot of big leaguers. Like Chelsea was asking Cam last night, who's on Team Italy, and he listed off like 12 people.
Okay.
I knew none of them.
Okay.
But he knew
he knew of them.
most of them. And Michael Lorenzen just slammed the door on them for 5 innings or 5 1/3 or whatever it was. And the U.S. pitching was atrocious. I mean, when you have your 4th starter is a prospect for the Mets, that's not exactly how you go and win a tournament.
Yeah.
Like, how could you not find one other American starter to go out there and...
Because they're still getting warmed up for the year. They don't want to go waste their arm at the WBC.
I know, but it just seems like, I don't know. It just seems like
there's enough arms that you figure it out.
You'd think there was another big leaguer, even if it's like a 5th starter on like the Rockies. But anyway, they looked atrocious, came back. Pete Crow Armstrong came back and hit a 3-run homer and a solo shot to make it 8-6. But it was, and then Judge, your captain, is up with the runner on, 2 outs in the bottom of the 9th and flies out.
That's where you got to. That's where you got to show. That's where you got to show up.
That's the reason, and it drives me crazy that he is the captain of this team. Yes, he's a phenomenal baseball player. We get that. But in the World Series against the Dodgers, he was atrocious. Like, is he really the guy that you want?
Big games.
Yeah, big games. I mean, that ball that he dropped in center field in that World Series was insane.
I do remember that. That was funny.
But anyway, so U.S. today, I posted last night the scenarios. I kept like asking ChatGPT, and it's like, these are the scenarios. I'm like, no, you're not getting what I'm asking. So scenarios for the U.S. moving on, because it's not guaranteed, even though Mark DeRosa, their manager, thought it was guaranteed.
Yeah, he said an appearance Tuesday morning with Matt Vasgersian and Harold Reynolds on Hot Stove. DeRosa, where he works as an analyst, he said the game against Italy, we want to win this game even though our ticket's punched to the quarterfinals. Like
too soon, my friend.
Too soon.
Yeah. Yep.
But it's read the scenarios.
Yeah.
But it's that's still a pretty good chance.
Yeah.
Read it out.
Yeah. So the three possible outcomes are based on the Mexico-Italy game today. If Italy wins, they advance and the U.S. advances. And Italy is undefeated so far. So a chance. If Mexico wins and scores 5+ runs, they advance and the U.S. advances. If Mexico wins and scores 4 or less runs, they advance and Italy advances. So I hate that there's one scenario where the U.S. doesn't advance.
Yeah.
It's just crazy. So we're big Italian fans today, for sure.
Yep.
Or we're big fans of Mexico winning and scoring a ton of runs. So that's our options.
So if Italy-Mexico goes 9 innings and Mexico wins and scores 5 or more runs, the U.S., the odds-on favorite entering the tournament, and Mexico would advance, right? So U.S.-Mexico, if they score
5+.
if they win and score like a 3-1 game or something.
Mm-hmm.
So they have to. It's got to be a real low-scoring game.
Well, low scoring or high scoring. I mean, that's if Mexico wins and scores 5+, the U.S. is in.
Yeah.
So.
Oh yeah, got it.
Yep.
Yeah, I saw something. Was there a mercy rule too? Wasn't there something
there is,
went
but
like
I think
7 innings?
Yeah, 7 innings, 12 runs, I think, or something like that.
Okay.
Which, yeah, I mean, kind of crazy.
Mm-hmm.
I think there were at least one game that I saw that was a mercy.
Yeah. Kershaw was warming up.
Which is
He wanted to avoid the closer Mason Miller, so Miller was in there.
Yeah.
I
don't. Kershaw, I would have been okay with Kershaw starting that game. That was the one game that maybe made sense. I mean, it still boggles my mind why you had Skubal pitch against Great Britain and not Italy or Mexico. And then
just how the
Skeens
rotation goes.
Yeah, but you know who your matchups are, right? Make your rotation.
And then how about the Czech pitcher? The
Pretty
electrician.
incredible. Yeah, the electrician. Pretty incredible. I think it was 4 1/3 innings, scoreless, holding Japan scoreless. I mean, pretty awesome for somebody that is not a big leaguer, has never been a big leaguer, has played in this tournament a bunch, but yeah, pretty incredible. And it's his retirement, like to finish your baseball career like that. It's pretty awesome.
Andre Satoria.
Yeah.
Yeah. Did you see? I saw the clip of him, getting pulled.
Mm-hmm.
And just like him taking in the moment, he's like, dude, this is rad.
It was incredible.
Like,
yeah.
This is pretty cool.
Yeah.
You can just see it. You just stand there and then
Tips his cap.
tip the hat.
Yeah.
Yeah. That was rad.
Yeah, it was rad. Agreed.
4.2 scoreless.
4 2/3. Cool.
But yeah, he's going to go back to as a electrician or something.
Yeah. Yeah. He's an electrician back at home.
Yeah.
But there's a whole bunch of I remember watching that, I think like 30 on 30 or whatever, the ESPN thing. There was like a teacher on it last time around. There's like a lot of the guys on the Czech team are actually from Czech, like live in Czech Republic instead of they're not a ton of big leaguers. I don't even know if there's a big leaguer on that team.
No, but solid pitch in there.
Mm-hmm.
Do you know Czechia and Czech Republic they're the
Same thing. Yeah, I had to Google it.
I did too.
Because it's driving me crazy.
They're their official short and long English names for the country. Since 2016, the government has promoted Czechia for easier informal use, like in sports and branding. So, across the shirts and stuff.
Makes sense.
Yeah, while Czech Republic remains
The legal name.
in use for formal, diplomatic, and official documents.
Yeah, makes sense.
Yeah. See, we're both Googling the same
Yeah, I
stuff
know.
here. So I was
It's just Cam was like, "What is that?" So it doesn't say Czech Republic. I'm like, "Yeah, I think it's the same thing," but I had to check. I had to double check.
yeah. Hey, learning something every day.
Yep.
All right. Quickly into Padres news. This This was dropped 3 hours ago. So the San Diego Padres dominated the LA Angels. We're sitting 500 in Cactus League, so pretty solid.
We're sitting at the top of Cactus League.
Means nothing.
I know.
Nothing.
It doesn't. I know.
I tell you. Walker Buehler allowed 3.5 runs while he competes for a spot in opening day rotation. Blah, blah, blah. So ahead of the game, manager Craig Stammen provided an update on right-handed pitcher Joe Musgrove, who last pitched March 4th in his time on the mound first time in the mound since 2024. Took a bit of a pause in his progression as he works back from Tommy John surgery. It appears his status for opening day is suddenly up in the air.
Oh, bummer.
Yeah. Yeah, I think he's day-to-day right now. We knew this was going to happen. We knew this was going to be with him. He's coming back from injury. It wasn't just going to be a straight shot all the way through. Stammen said, it's just something that I think it's best for the interest of him and the best interest of our team so that he can get him pitching when it matters most. You know, that's when we see playoff Joe. So think about getting him through the entire season, not just to opening day. In other news, Padres on SI put together a wild blockbuster trade proposal that would send Jake Cronenworth to Seattle for a top of the rotation starting pitcher.
Interesting.
Later Crone zone. I don't know. Nothing's obviously done yet, and then Walker Buehler continues to fight for a spot in the rotation. The Padres will have a big decision in the coming weeks whether or not they want him on the roster. I mean, might need him.
Musgrove.
If not, he'll have the ability to leave the organization and search for a major league opportunity elsewhere. So
interesting.
We shall see. Any news in your dumb team?
You got
your hat. Oh, look, we got the SF versus San Diego hats today.
Not a ton of news. No real injuries. I mean, little stuff here and there, and they're just winning every single game they play. They've lost 3. I think they're 18-3 or something like that. So they're killing spring training, which doesn't mean anything, but it's good to see. I mean, I think the thing that's more important than anything is I think they've scored more runs than any team in either Cactus League or Grapefruit League. So yeah, I think that's a positive.
They're letting it all out at the, like I said during golf, you don't do warm up swings. You're gonna waste them.
Yeah, that's
so,
right.
Same thing.
No
here.
Driving range.
Yeah. Just go out there cold. Even up on the tee box, just hit it. You're just like, oh, that was a beautiful swing. The next one, shank.
I don't think so. I think
are the Giants gonna shake it?
No, I think they're gonna be better than a lot of people thought. We'll see. I mean, it's hard too because they've had a lot of guys gone for World Baseball Classic too. So, so we'll see. I'm excited for real baseball though. Coming up pretty quick.
Yeah, we're a few weeks out from that.
Yep.
World Baseball Classic got one more pool play for Mexico, Italy. And then they go to semis, then they go to finals. So they got like 2 or 3 games after that, right?
I think three games. I think 7 games gets you to the championship game. I think.
So, but they play not every day, but every other day or something. So
something like that.
It's got to be.
Yeah, I think they're probably
coming
10
through
days
quickly.
out.
Yeah. Okay.
Maybe a little less.
Yeah. What channels are they on? I've tried to turn it on TV, but
it's been a mix. It's been like ESPN. Last night was FS1, Fox, like straight up Fox.
Tubi.
I don't even know what that is.
I don't either. I looked it up and it's like on Tubi. I was like, I can't watch that. Nobody knows what that is. All right. In other sports.
Yeah. There's other sports.
Major Arena Soccer League, the MASL, San Diego Sockers. Guess what position we're in?
First place.
There we go, baby. 12-5. We're talking to our friends who have season tickets at the game we went to a few weeks ago, and they had lost a few games, whatever. They were maybe middle of the pack. So I was thinking it was just going to be a meh season. Mm-hmm. But now we're top of the league. So we got Sockers in 1, we got the Blast in 2, got the Wave in 3. Everybody's 12. All those teams are with 12 wins. We just have 1 less loss. So, but the Blast is coming in hot. They are on a 7-game win streak.
Wow.
Yeah. Anybody out there, go to a Sockers game. They're super fun. I'm just looking at our next game here. The next schedule is going to be, we got a plus 26 goal differential. That's pretty good.
Nice.
Schedule coming up here for the next few games is going to be loading. Loading. All right, we got is there only 5 games left?
Sounds about right.
Really? That's quick. Okay, we got Sockers versus the Comets. That's coming up on Saturday, March 14th, Sunday, March 15th. So we got 2 and 2. And then the 22nd, 27th, and 29th. So we got 5 games coming.
And then playoffs.
1, 2, it looks like 3 of them are at home. So it looks like Sunday, it looks like they're at home.
Nice.
At Front Wave. The 22nd, they're at home at Front Wave. The 29th, they're at home at Front Wave. So if they're playing, where are the Comets at? They got to be real close because they're playing them the night before at Cable Dahmer Arena. Let's see where that is.
Nobody knows.
Nobody does know. Where are we looking here? Kansas City.
That's crazy.
Wait, so they're going to go back there and then come back? All right.
Seems wild.
Sounds good. Pretty sure that's where I'm looking. Yeah, somewhere out there. All right. Kansas City Comets. Anyways, go see one of those games. They're super fun. You guys will love it. If you like soccer, another cheering, rooting interest.
Yeah, for sure. A little more affordable than San Diego FC also.
Slightly.
Yeah.
Slightly. And a little easier. It's up in Oceanside, a little less packed. Just not as bad seat in the house.
Parking lot.
Paved parking lot. It's a real nice parking lot, actually. There's some people tailgating. I don't know the legality of that, but you can potentially tailgate there, which is kind of cool. So, all right, what else we got coming up? Anything else in the sports world that we need to hit for these folks?
I don't think so.
No?
Draft is coming up at some point for the NFL, but no, that's not actual sports.
No,
so.
Until we hear that the NFL is coming back to San Diego, nobody cares.
Nobody cares.
Nobody listening cares, right, guys? But yeah, go follow us over on Instagram so you can see some of this stuff that we're going to hit right now. New to do and to do at Livin in San Diego. Sponsored by our real estate crew, the Livin in San Diego real estate crew. Same name, different company, same company?
Same company, I think.
Same company, different. I guess it's a different branch. We have like our media branch. We have our real estate branch.
Yeah.
We have our merchandise branch. It's not fully active yet.
Yep.
What other branches do we have? What else do we need?
I don't know. I'm waiting for our San Diego Tunas t-shirts and sweatshirts though.
All right. So let's get into new to do and I do, one of my favorite segments in this entire podcast. And we have an update for you from last week. Last week's was about what's going into the Islands restaurant the old Islands restaurant over in Encinitas. And the day we were recording, they were going to court. No, it wasn't court. They were going to the planning commission to talk about, are they going to get approved? Encinitas planners okay permits for the new brewery at the former Island site. So what could become the second brewery east of Interstate 5 in Encinitas received key approvals as it moves closer to its first pour. The Encinitas Planning Commission approved a series of permits for Encinitas Brewing Company. It's going to be at 1588 Leucadia Boulevard, right next to, now REI is not there anymore, but right next to where that was, in the Encinitas Ranch Shopping Center. The proposed business is going to be a 5,500 square foot space, but I'll tell you in a sec where there's actually going to be, it seems like a good space, fit a lot of people, but when I tell you how many people, it's not crazy because there's other stuff going in there, right? Brian McBride, a partner in the brewery, said the name, though kind of misleading in a sense, where a restaurant first, was significant to the ownership group and its intentions for the business. There's something about having the city name in the name of the business that creates a little bit more of a desire to treat it well. The commission approved a major use permit, alcohol. So they're going to have, they're working on their licenses, all that kind of fun stuff. But if approved, like their licenses, it would join Fox Point Farms or Fox Point Brewing Company as the only other business in Encinitas with the ABC Type 23 license. It's not located on or within close proximity to South Coast Highway. They're redesigning. They're going to have outdoor patio expansion from 517 to 1,200 square feet, along with a 325 square foot patio. So over 1,000 more square feet. Exterior improvements, metal canopies, repainting the stone, retractable floor to ceiling glass doors. So it's going to get a nice little upgrade, kind of modern.
Nice.
Proposed layout is going to include 106 seats indoors, 72 seats on the large outdoor patio, and another 16 seats on the additional patio area. The plans describe it as a tap room, bar area, restaurant, dining room, cellar, brew house, cold storage room, kitchen, and restrooms. All the grain, all the manufacturing would take place indoors. So they're actually going to be brewing the beer in there. That's going to take up a lot of space. So you know how like Draft Republic over in San Marcos, they have the big silo outside.
Yep.
This is going to be all inside. So anyways, it's going to take over a lot of that part. But anyways, they got approval. Now they're working their way through a few other things. As with anything else in Encinitas, could take a long time. So we don't have timelines, but we'll keep you updated right here. And maybe that they're going in. Maybe there'll be something cool going into the REI. There is rumors that, where is it? Let me just get it, make sure it's correct here. So there is a rumor going around that there might be a grocer going in to the site next door where REI was. So
Interesting.
what do you think? Like Erewhon or something?
I don't know.
You know what that is?
No, I don't.
Dude, it's like a crazy fancy store up in like LA.
Okay.
I just read a little article about it. And they have like a normal grocery store profit margins are like 1% to 2%, right? Super low. Erewhon's like 22% because they're selling like $20 smoothies. They're selling like, they have like celebrity endorsements. Like
where Gwyneth Paltrow goes?
Probably. I don't know. Hers is Goop. She has got a store down or opening up in Juan Paseo, I think, like a restaurant.
That's crazy.
But anyways, yeah, it's like a insanely expensive store that potentially, I mean, it's kind of diametrically opposed to like the Walmart in the same parking lot.
That'd be odd.
But I don't know. It's not like a huge spot either. So it'd be kind of, I guess, I don't know. They do have the two stories, but maybe like a Seaside Market number 2. That'd be sick. And that's not going to happen. But anyways, the rumors are abound. So first step of the approval is good. Now they're just working their way through.
Nice.
Mm-hmm.
Very cool.
Are you going to go there?
100%.
For sure, right?
Yeah, that'll be a go-to for sure.
In 2029.
Whenever it comes
No,
up.
hopefully, I mean, dude, there has been so much stuff going through Encinitas right now. Like the amount of building right now is insane. I've just seen it, it was very protected for a long time. A lot of the stuff right now building is multifamily apartments, that kind of stuff. Sunshine Gardens, the one right across the road. Mm-hmm. There's a few new communities up off of, or at least one new community up off of La Costa. That new, what's it called? Something 48. There's like 48 new homes in there, like $2.5 million. They just started grading I think it's going to be a senior facility right off the 5 freeway right there, right off Manchester. It used to be like a strawberry field.
Yeah.
Like that's all getting great. Like everything's just going boom, boom, boom. They're like, all right, let's bypass with this. Let's do this. Let's just get everything going before, potential more regulations or more kickback from the Encinitas community come in. Mm-hmm. So maybe, hopefully, it could just fly through. Like
nobody will notice.
Well, some stores, like if they open and it's like the same thing. I mean, a brewery is, I guess, a little different than Island's restaurant, but it's still a restaurant. So maybe they'll have a little bit more expedited building process, but we'll see.
Fingers crossed.
All right, coming up to do right here in North County, San Diego. Pizza Port Solana Beach celebrates 39 years with a parking lot party. So Pizza Port Solana Beach is turning 39 years young, and they're celebrating the way they know best with fresh beer, live music, barbecue, and a full-on parking lot party.
They have a parking lot?
I don't know. That is a good question. I guess we'll find out. The anniversary pass is all about raising a pint to the legacy while keeping the vibe fun, casual, and family friendly. It's going to include a brand new anniversary IPA brewed from just for the occasion, giving us a fresh reason to I cannot read. Giving us a fresh reason to swing by and grab a pint. Expect live music through the afternoon to keep the energy high while you hang out in the parking lot beer garden. So apparently there's
a parking lot behind Station Sushi, which is like 2 doors down from Pizza Port. So maybe they share that parking lot. I don't know. That's an odd one.
One of the headlines is barbecue, games, and tie-dye. Julian Beer Company will be firing up barbecue in the parking lot Adding smoky bites to pair with that anniversary IPA. Between sets, you could jump into a few friendly rounds of cornhole or giant Jenga, and there will be a bounce house to keep the younger crew entertained. If you're feeling creative, stop by the tie-dye station, make something colorful to remember the day. The mix of games, food, and fun and hands-on fun make this more than just a beer release. It's a true neighborhood party. They're also giving back to the community. See you there Saturday, March 14th, 2026 from 12 p.m. to 5 p.m., 135 North Coast Highway 101, Solana Beach. So if you guys want to go celebrate them, what do you think? What do you think the IPA is going to taste like?
I'd say a little bit of hops, and I'd say it would taste like a Pizza Port IPA, which is delicious. But
they're good.
All taste like Pizza Port IPAs.
Do you think they're gonna? Yeah, you think it's gonna be like Swami's?
Maybe a little more milder than Swami's. I feel like that's what all Swami's is like the top of the bitter ratings.
Yeah,
and then they kind of just dial it down by like 1 or 2, whatever that bitterness. What's the
IBUs, International Bitter Units. Me and my cousin used to call them International Beer Units. It's like, how many beers did you have? Like, oh, I think I'm over my IBU limit today. I'm at like 1,200. Just making up stuff. But it is International Bitterness Units. Yeah. So like some beers are off the charts. The Old Stones, like Ruination, all those, like those are pretty hot. And then, you get into the lighter pales, that kind of stuff. It drops off quite a bit. But
I was listening to something. I have my probably fondest memories of the Pizza Port Solana Beach. I went to Backers driving school or whatever, which was on the other side of the tracks when I was 15.
Like off Cedros kind of?
Yeah. In that first building on the north side of Loma Santa Fe.
Okay.
But anyway, we would walk to lunch during our break and go to Pizza Port.
Nice.
Play video games, eat some pizza, go back and watch people's heads. What was that thing called? Like asphalt brain, or like they made you watch the videos of people getting in crazy car crashes and stuff like that. Road rash?
No, not road rash. What is it called? Now we got to think of it. You guys chime in here. Give us a call. Our number is, we don't have one, but I know it. Yeah.
I don't know. It's not road rash?
I don't think it's road rash. No, it was not road rash. All right.
Something.
But anyway, yelling at your radio, let us know.
That's right.
Your radio. Do people listen? Do we call this radio?
Yeah, I think so.
Okay.
Comes out of your radio.
Okay.
But I remember they had FIFA, so we'd like play FIFA for like 30 minutes.
Pavement, something pavement.
Oh, maybe. I don't know.
Red pavement. I don't know. I'll find it.
But anyway, that was like one of my we didn't go to Pizza Port a lot growing up. Like we weren't in Solana Beach, we were in Encinitas. Not that that's far, but you'd have to pass like 4 pizza places to get there. But yeah, just super fun. You find it yet or no?
I'm looking for it. Red Asphalt.
Oh, Red Asphalt. Yeah. Okay, we were both close. But that was the worst. Yeah. But I read, so I was listening to something. That's what made me think of it the other day. Is I think kids can do their classroom stuff online now for learner's permit, which is crazy.
Should be easy like that. I went for my driver's ed in summer school.
Oh.
So I was like, let's knock it out. I did keyboarding and
I did keyboarding too in summer school.
Driver's ed. I was like, I'd rather just get these done and then make the next year's just super easy.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, it was just in a portable. I don't remember the teacher ever being there. I remember watching probably Red Asphalt and then Krusty Demons of Dirt. Do you ever remember that?
I don't remember that one.
It was just like old school motorcycle videos. Like one of the kids was, a dirt biker. And so we just watched Krusty a lot, messed around, and like, yeah, this is summer school. So shout out to the old San Marcos High driver's ed classes.
I don't think La Casa Canyon had that when I can't remember driver's ed being an option. So I had to go on like Saturday and Sunday, 2 weekends in a row or something like that.
That's no fun.
No, and it's all day.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
Yeah. Ours couldn't have been, I guess a few hours a day. It was definitely not all day summer school. But anyways, Pizza Port, they just dropped this a few days ago. Introducing our new year-round offering, Coastin Tropical IPA. Coastin, no G there too. So they're catching on, guys. Living in Coastin and Tropical IPA. Coastin Tropical IPA invites you to embrace the easy rhythm of life along the shoreline. Inspired by The beachy surfscape with the tropical twist. This brew shines with notes of juicy papaya, grapefruit, and a vibrant passion fruit. Brewed with Mosaic Cryo, Crush, Simcoe, Rawaka. I do like Rawaka. It's like a little peppery. Citra and crystal hops. Every sip lets the coast's timeless style carry you to your happy place, wherever that may be. Cheers.
Is that a new one? Or I feel like I've had that before.
They just introduced it. It's year round now. So
okay.
It's probably been out for a little bit, but now they are
it's good.
keeping it around. So
yeah, I like that one.
But yeah, anyways, March 14th. So I guess this Saturday 13th, 11th, 12th. So it was a Saturday from 12 to 5. Solana Beach.
Rad.
Go check it out. All right. And then Adu. Like I said, Adu is a little bit more of a theme we're seeing throughout San Diego. And it's something that's closing. So Coronado's legendary Little Club is closing after 60 years as mysterious buyers with ties to Swagoo acquires the building. You know where Little Club is? Mm-mm. So you probably walk past it, and I think it's near. I meant to look it up. Little Club in Coronado, because I was looking at it when we were down there for Surf Cup.
Yeah,
and I was like, "Ooh, this looks like kind of a cool little spot, like dive bar." It's got like no windows in the front. It's got like, a little patio. I think it's open at 6 a.m. or whatever. Little
does
club.
It ever close?
Coronado, Orange Ave. Let's see here. Yeah, dude. Yeah, so that's what I saw. Because it's like 4 doors up from Coronado Brewing.
Oh, okay.
So if you just keep going,
you
just keep going towards downtown, towards the water. I guess the water's either way. But anyways, it's right next to Coronado Hardware. Yeah, so Coronado Brewing.
Oh,
2,
right next to
3,
Rotten's
4.
or whatever. Johnny Rotten's.
I don't know what's next door. But anyways, it is closing down after 60 years in business. And so a beloved Coronado dive bar that's poured cheap beers for sailors and locals for more than half a century is about to close its doors, and the quiet sale of the building behind the unexpected. Yeah, if you guys want to get into that, you get into all the
nitty gritty.
What's that?
The nitty gritty.
The nitty gritty. That's the whole story about what's going, blah, 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 what's going in there. Not what's going in there, but who bought it out, whatever. So one of Coronado's most enduring neighborhood watering holes is preparing to pour its final round. The Little Club, a small but storied dive bar located on Orange Avenue, will close at the end of March after more than half a century, serving sailors, locals, and generations of island regulars. The building the bar was housed in sold last year, setting in motion a chain of events. Originally opened in the mid-1960s and purchased by Barbara Roswell. In the early 1970s, Little Club spent decades in her hands of the same family. Roswell, who bought the bar following her divorce, cultivated a welcoming environment that quickly became part of Coronado's local fabric. One of her traditions, hosting Thanksgiving dinners for sailors stationed far from home, helping cement the bar's reputation as a place where community mattered more than profit. She passed away in 1999 and passed down to her children before eventually involving her grandson, Tim Turner, who spent much of his childhood inside the bar. It's like interesting. Turner later acquired a share of the business, and he helped operate it for years. For decades, the Little Club operated in a building owned by a longtime property owner in Virginia, Ginny Darbin, who lived to be 100 after her passing. It sold in 2025, and now it's going to be closing down in the next coming days. It's at 132 Orange Avenue. So if you're down Coronado and you like dive bars, fortunately, another dive bar
bites the dust. Going with the theme, the dive bar that I went to when I was first moving to Encinitas was O'Hurley's. Mm-hmm. Jumped in Swami's cab. Not jumped in. You had to call Swami's cab before Uber. And there's local cab companies, believe it or not. Called Swami's cab. Didn't have kids. We're youngsters. We're 33. How old were we? I don't know. 30 something. I guess, or maybe 31, 30 something. We're like early 30s anyways. Just little babies. Hop in. We're like, hey, yeah, we're just moving up here. Can we get, we want to go to like a local bar. Where do we want to go? He's like, all right, I got you. Dropped us off at O'Hurley's. Awesome little spot. Now it's, I think it's part of a weed dispensary now, but that got closed down. But even bigger than that, Kino's closed down. Mm-hmm. You've seen the big hole there now, how big that property is, right? Yeah. We think we drove by the other day. Yeah.
Huge, right? So they're still going to have a little throwback, but it's going to have Kino's bar in the building that they're building, but it's not going to be the same.
No. And I bet beer prices will go up a little bit.
I think so. But yeah, a lot of as time goes on, you see more and more of the dive bars. Do you enjoy dive bars?
Yeah.
Have you in the past?
I have in the past. Yeah.
I guess it's not really a go-to now. It's fun every now and again. I remember for maybe I don't know, one of my 30s birthdays anyways, I went to Keno's, like, let's go there. And we went on a little crawl. I think we went Keno's, Leucadian, a few other, probably O'Hurley's, probably hit that up too. But anyways, started at Keno's. But yeah, a lot of these little dive bars are saying, well, just I guess developers and the owners are getting,
rents are going up.
For it to be like a true dive bar, you're like, over time, you got to build up that dust in there. You got to build up
the grime.
The
on
grime.
walls.
Yeah, that takes time. So I don't know. I do enjoy a good dive bar. And another one is gone. We still got, dive. You're looking like Office in Cardiff. You got, which I don't know how much I haven't been in since the new renovation. You got Cowshed over in San Marcos.
It actually looks fresher from the outside. We drove past it.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Like last week or the week before. So yeah, it doesn't. It looks a little better. I still have never been in it, but
yeah, I think there's still not in the dive bar scene anymore. I guess you could say, maybe in my younger years. Not really even. Silver Fox in PB. That was always a good one. Mm-hmm. What else?
There's just not very many times when we're not with kids.
Yeah,
you can't go into a dive bar.
Well, hey, the dive bar is open at like 6. So, well, the Silver Fox over in PB too. That's like you go in and let's talk about no windows. You go in and then you go downstairs. So it's like even
in a basement.
Yeah,
style.
it's like basically a basement.
Yeah,
but I don't know. I do like modern bars too.
Yeah,
more into breweries now. So
yeah, like open walls and windows and stuff. I forgot when we were talking about weekends. We went to Local Roots on Sunday for a surprise in Vista by the South Vista Target.
Okay.
For Cam's little surprise, just all our family and stuff showed up, and that place is great. Food's really good, but that's the kind of vibe I like. It's glass, open walls, all that stuff.
Modern, clean, yeah. Spread out,
outdoor stuff. Kids can run around and not get yelled at and all that. So
not a bunch of wood paneling on the walls.
Yeah, wood paneling is not really my thing. But yeah, something like that is kind of my vibe.
Yeah. What do they have beer there?
So they have
kombucha, right?
Yeah, it is kombucha, but they
do we say that right? Kombucha?
I think so. But they have a couple beers on tap. So they have Pupil on tap. So easy choice. They had is it Pizza Port's honey, whatever? Honey
miso honey?
That's Belgian Beaver.
Belgian Beaver.
Maybe it was that one. No, I don't think so. But it was like a honey something or other. But just like I think they had 4 beers, I think. Something like that.
Yeah, I can see the honey now.
Yeah.
I can see the can on the Pizza Port.
Yeah.
I don't know what kind it is though. I don't ever do that one.
No.
What'd you go with?
Blonde ale. It was a honey blonde ale.
Honey blonde, there we go.
I got Pupil. Yeah.
Okay.
Easy. So yeah, good spot.
Very good. Very good. All right. We ready for this? We're doing a little story of the week, you guys. Yep. We do it every week. We'll see if this one's a hit.
It's going to be complicated for me.
Instagram will tell us.
Push the button and...
Yeah, but you can take...
Get ready.
Okay, there's going to be a little break between me saying this on the podcast and Cassie, but if you watch it on Instagram, it's going to be cut. So make sure you get it back to you.
Yep.
And then we'll go back.
Yep.
And then let me know when it's back on me. It doesn't really matter because it's going to be the same feed. So if it comes back and somebody's talking and you get it back a little later, it's fine. Okay. Here we go.
You're up.
We ready?
Yeah.
All right. Let's try to do this. All right. Does it look like I'm staring at my phone? Kind of. Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. I don't know where you would look. Like if I'm looking like at you.
Yeah. I don't know.
Anywho, let's make it a good one. All right. Here we go. And this is your San Diego story of the week. So, all right. Time for your I just said that. I'm actually reading what I just wrote. Let's start that again. All right. All right. This is time for your San Diego story of the week. This one's about the strangest looking houses you'll ever see in San Diego. And if you ever hiked down to Black's Beach in La Jolla, you may have spotted what looks like a giant concrete mushroom sitting right along the base of the cliffs. It's one of those things where many people see it for the first time, maybe they go like, wait, what is that thing? Which I've done myself. Mm-hmm. Now, that's why I kind of looked into it. Well, that structure is known as the La Jolla Mushroom House. And it's been one of those weird little San Diego landmarks that locals, surfers, and hikers have been pointing out for decades.
and it's actually back in the news right now. Not because it's been renovated like some people thought, but because the owners recently had to clean it up and secure it after years of vandalism. That's not cool.
Not cool.
Not cool at all. Over time, had broken in, tagged the walls, and treated it like some abandoned structure. So crews recently went down there, cleaned everything up, boarded it up, and put no trespassing signs up. That definitely, no trespassing signs will fix the flood problem. Yeah. And the owners made it pretty clear that even though you can see it from the beach, it's still private property and people don't have legal right to be going inside it.
But there is a story behind it. So the Mushroom House actually belongs to the property sitting way up on the bluff above at 9044 La Jolla Shores Lane. Now, interesting thing about some of those houses up in La Jolla, right on the bluffs there, they actually, if you look at the property lines, it actually goes down the bluffs and into the water.
Start over.
Oh, sorry. Which part?
Your whole part. Sorry.
Okay.
Sorry, guys that are actually listening to the podcast.
Okay.
Cassidy can't multitask.
Going back. Here we go. Ready? Where was I at? Okay. Yeah. And this is okay. Here we go. And this is an important part of the story. The Mushroom House actually belongs to the property sitting way up on the bluff above it at 9044 La Jolla Shores Lane, and a lot of those houses up there, apparently the property line goes actually down the bluffs and into the water a little bit, or onto the beach.
That's cool.
But obviously that's not theirs anymore. That's probably part of the reason they were able to build this. But nonetheless, the structure down the cliff wasn't meant to be a main house at all. It was built as a guest house and a beach pavilion that connected to the main home above. Back when it was built, there was even a tram that rounded down the cliff. So instead of hiking down Black's Beach like everyone else does, the owner could basically ride straight down from the house to the pavilion.
And the guy behind the whole thing was Sam Bell, who is connected to Bell's Potato Chips. I don't know Bell's Potato Chips. Must be an older.
Yeah, old school.
Yeah, and also part of the General Mills family fortune. Obviously know that one. The pavilion was built in 1965, and the architect was Dale Nigel, maybe? And if you're wondering why it looks like a giant mushroom sitting on the cliff, that design was actually intentional, which is wild. The big circular roof sticks way out over the glass walls, and that shape is what gives it the mushroom look. Over time, surfers and locals started calling it the Mushroom House, and the name just stuck.
Then I'll wait for my cue.
You're good.
Okay. But the design wasn't just about looks. Nagel actually built the structure almost entirely out of reinforced concrete because of where it sits on the bluff. That part of the coastline has had erosions, rock slides, waves hitting the base of the cliff, all kinds of movement over the years. So the building has had to been able to handle a pretty rough environment. There's actually a funny story tied to the design. Dale Nagel's son once said people would ask him why his dad, why he designed the home this way. Let me redo that part. And there's actually a funny story tied to the design. Dale Nagel's son once said people would ask his dad why he designed the house the way he did.
And people would start guessing things like landslides, tidal waves, earthquakes, all the obvious stuff you'd expect when you see a house hanging off a cliff like that. But his dad apparently had a different answer. He'd let people guess for a bit and then finally say the real reason the house was designed like that was to resist the most destructive force in nature, teenagers, which honestly might have been the correct answer all along.
And that clip was actually from Hidden San Diego. So she made a post on there about the Mushroom House, and that was a comment from the son.
Oh, really?
Yeah, what was it for? And he's like, actually, it was for
didn't work.
Destructive force of nature, which is teenagers. So ChatGPT might have changed that story a little bit. But another wild part about this place is that the house, like it would never get approved today. So the Mushroom House was built in 1965. That was actually before the California Coastal Commission ever existed. Imagine trying to get that done today.
Never.
The Coastal Commission wasn't established until 1972. And today, building something hanging off a bluff like that above the beach would almost be certainly a hard no. Even if the property's legal boundary technically extends down the bluff and toward the sand, the Coastal Commission still protects the land and heavily regulates what can be built there.
But because the Mushroom House was built before those rules existed, the owners were basically grandfathered in with their very unique little beach pavilion. And that's part of what makes it such a cool discovery for people who stumble across it for the first time. It feels like something that probably shouldn't exist anymore, but somehow it still does.
And if you actually want to see it in person, you'll find the southern end of Black's Beach tucked right along the cliff. The easiest way to get is usually walking north from La Jolla Shores, past the Scripps Pier, which is usually about a 20-minute walk along the sand.
And you can also hike down from Torrey Pines Glider Port, which is a pretty steep trail, but a lot of people use that route. And if you survive the hike back up, you can go grab a snack at Cliffhanger Cafe up top. And if you really want some adventure points, there's also a Ho Chi Minh Trail, which is basically a steep scramble down the cliffs with loose dirt and narrow sections.
But whichever way you go, it's usually best to check the tide chart first because the house sits right along a narrow stretch of beach below the cliffs. But once you finally see it in person, it's one of those classic San Diego moments where you can stop, pull out their phone, and go,
"What is that thing?"
And now you know that's your San Diego story of the week.
And you also get plenty of people that get stuck on those cliffs. Like it's
say.
like the main job of firefighters in that area is rescuing peoples on the cliff. And I've seen like San Diego Fire Department. Yeah, San Diego Fire Department posts like their practice runs of like getting those people off the bluffs. They like train it. So yeah, pretty funny.
That's what that. Yeah, I could see people just getting down there like hanging out for a while, and then the tide's coming up, like one of the king tides.
Yeah.
And then you're like, okay, I guess we're swimming out of here.
That's right.
All right. So I'll chop that up. It's going to sound good on Instagram, guys. I mean, it was good here
cool,
too.
Yeah.
It was
cool story.
Yeah. I don't know.
I just think
I always like these little things.
Yeah. I think it's funny to have it be built to serve, to have, or to, with, what's the word I'm trying to find here? To be strong enough for teenagers, but then vandalism and stuff.
Yeah.
Clearly, it's probably teenagers.
Right on the beach.
Yeah.
I mean, I guess in 1965, that section of the beach, I think probably was not used as much.
Yeah.
I mean, it's just kind of tucked away in the cliffs. Like, I also read that when they built it, they used the same company who built, I guess, El Cortez, a hotel downtown.
Yeah.
Used to have or maybe still does, has a glass elevator like outside. Mm-hmm. So like they built that. So the guys hired him to build the tram going up and down. So they got down, and then like 100 feet left, they quit. They're like, dude, this is too dangerous. Like, this is ridiculous. What are we doing here?
Yeah.
So they quit, and like the three owners, since they were still on the hook, they had to come out and finish rebuilding the last 100-foot section.
You see some of those like in the Bluffs and Encinitas. There's some of the old school ones have gear, not elevators, but like conveyor belts or something like that, or a track system to get gear up and down.
Yeah.
Like they'll have stairs for people, but so that you don't have to carry all your chairs and stuff down. There's like a cool little thing. Of course, you can't build that anymore, but the ones that have it can keep it going. So it's kind of cool.
Yeah, definitely cool. What was it? It was about the elevator. There's one other thing I was going to tell you.
Glass elevator just reminds me of Willy Wonka.
Yeah, it does. I don't know. Anywho, all right, let's get to our question for Cassidy.
Nice.
You ready for this?
For sure.
All right. So if someone gave you, and we're going to do a little bit, like I said, this isn't a real estate podcast, but we always like to throw it out there. If you guys ever need anything, you know how to hit us up. You can hit us up at hello@Livin in San Diego. But I always like to throw little things in there. So this week, question of the day is a little bit real estate related, but kind of personal as well. So if someone were to give you a $2 million budget today, anywhere in San Diego, where are you buying a house?
I don't know if that's enough money. That's the first problem with this question.
Well, I didn't want to give you too much because, I gave you 10 million. You go to Neptune, oceanfront,
100%.
in a pretty modern house, new build-ish. Yeah. Not the Crescent House or whatever that one was.
No, that's up there a little bit.
It's
higher
like 20 mil, but
yep.
So you got 2 mil. So you got a lot of leeway. You could go coastal. You're looking at like a cottage in certain areas. You could go inland and get a fat pad. What are you doing?
I think I'm staying in my neighborhood and getting just a bigger house, honestly, with a little bit more property. Maybe, no, see, $2 million now just does not get you very much house in San Diego. If you're thinking about like the places like a Livin right now, you can't get a house for $2 million.
Can you get one in Elfin?
Choice. Maybe Elfin. I was thinking that like Elfin Forest would be kind of cool because you still kind of live San Alejo Hills. I would need, if I went Elfin Forest, you're probably getting 2 mil,
but then you're going to need another 500 to $1 million budget
for remodeling
it.
Yeah, that's probably true.
So
I would just stick in my neighborhood because $2 million gets you a pretty nice house in San Alejo. So.
Yeah, trying to think, where would I go?
Village Park for $2 million.
I might go see. I might go South O or something.
Yeah,
like a nice pad in South O with a big backyard.
That's probably a pretty good idea. Or Fire Mountain, maybe.
Yeah, maybe even Fire Mountain. I don't know. All right. Well, there you go. All right, guys. Well, that just about wraps it up. We'll have another hot episode next week. Like I said, we're working on. We had some good shout outs, or not shout outs, reach outs from folks, potential future podcast hosts. If you guys want to hop on, hey at Livin in San Diego, shoot us a quick little email. But we're still working on our beer guru, who will be our next podcast guest at some point. We'll get him on, let you know what's happening in the beer scene here in San Diego. All right, we'll catch you all next week.